I know that in our industry, I mean, in working capital finance, a lot because there's been so much uncertainty, and also because of JobKeeper and moratoriums. People have been reluctant to enter into new finance arrangements. They don't know what's around the corner. Their cash flow is okay at the moment because the government's supporting them. I think, Stephen, you were saying you experienced a little bit much the same.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think we've seen that slowdown in application basis, and I believe a lot of that is, the media is calling them the zombie companies, and I think there's a fair bit of that going on, where clients just do not need to obtain the capital right now because they can hold up on the bank, they can hold up on the landlord. They're not getting the calls from the ATO. Those things just aren't happening. I do feel though inquiries slowly picking up now and coming towards the end of September. The banks aren't just going to totally roll over all their deferred mortgages. They're definitely going to be looking at their books and going, you know what, there's 25, 30% of the people here that could probably be paying, and start putting pressure on people to start making their payments again and getting their accounts in order. And we'll see also landlords that just can't continually hold on, and are going to need to start doing something. But those incentives flowing from the government are definitely creating a false market, I think, at the moment.
Yeah, look, I find that in the workout bankers, I think there's a song by Pink, go away, come back, go away, come back. I mean, we've tried to get deals out of the banks, and the bank's saying, yeah, we want this client gone. But then, no, they don't want them gone. They actually want to hang on to them and cuddle them a little bit more. I wonder, Lina, in your space, I wonder if the opposite might be true. With uncertainty, are people more likely to pick up the phone to you?
I mean, I think uncertainty will certainly ultimately lead to an increase in the number of disputes, which will ultimately lead in an uptick in the claims that will come to us. But I think one of the key drivers that we're seeing in the uptick in the calls that we're receiving now is really, as you say, sort of that review of the balance sheet and really having a look at where the cash is going. And I think we're in a slightly sort of unique space because litigation is long term. It's a long running, often litigation will go for 2 or 3 years. So it's sort of not just a cash drain today, it's going to be a cash drain for some time to come. So when you're sort of making those assessments, it's sort of it's got more of a tail on it. Really, cash is sort of a major factor. Instead of having that monthly drain on cash, which will be for legal fees, particularly if we've got a client that has got a number of claims, I mean, that cash drain can be really quite significant. And as much as people love their lawyers and as much as they love paying them, really, I think a lot of discussions are being had about, well, is that dollar better used in our core business? What's the opportunity cost of us using that dollar for legal fees instead of using it in our profit-making functions?